Hi everyone, I'm Sabine from Calvin's Free From Foods, and I thought I'd present a little nice video with Cara, our nutritionist, this evening, and Cara will be joining us in a second, and we will be talking about anti-inflammatory foods. And we have already a couple of people joining, which is like, hi, nice to see you. Thank you for watching, and so it's all very exciting. Yeah, so Cara should be here in a second. I'm just waiting, and there she is. And I just get her to join. Like 1, 2, 3, and Cara should be with us. The magic of the internet.
Hello.
Oh, hi! Nice to see you. How are you doing?
Good to see you. I'm good. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm very ambitious. I actually put my sporty top already underneath to remind me that I
Very
want
good.
to exercise today and not just be at the desk.
Well, we'll talk a little bit about that because we're going to be talking about inflammation, aren't we?
Yeah, and anti-inflammatory foods, and that's what I
Yeah.
wanted to ask you. Is like, what are anti-inflammatory foods, and why should we have them? What does it actually do for the body? Because we hear it as a
Yeah.
buzzword so much, and I think a lot of us don't even know what it means. They just know we should have it, but why?
Yeah. So I think it's important to define what inflammation is first of all. So, and what can cause it. So inflammation is a natural process in the body that the body uses to fight illnesses and diseases and damage. So you'll get inflammation when you have an acute injury. And that's that red hot swelling pain.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is when inflammation becomes chronic. And the thing that causes chronic inflammation aren't as obvious as an injury. So it can be a high stress diet, lack of exercise, it can be too much sugar, too much processed carbohydrates, not enough vegetables, too much trans fat. So what we would call a standard American diet or a standard Western diet.
Yes,
All
on
kind
the
of
go all the
refined.
time, and you're just stressed all
Yeah,
the time. Yeah.
exactly. And not a lot of home cooked meals. So that's what causes a kind of chronic inflammatory pattern.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not as obvious as acute inflammation because it doesn't show up in the body in the same way. It can take 20 years for an inflammatory
Wow.
lifestyle to show up in the body. Yeah.
Yeah, but
And it will show up.
Would it show up in other ways?
No, so it can for some people they're the canary in the coal mine and it happens really quickly and they become unwell. But for other people it can be 10, 20, 30 odd years before they get the kind of things we're talking about is diabetes, heart disease, fatty liver disease, and that's what shows up as an inflammatory lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
So what we want to do is combat that before it gets to diabetes, chronic heart disease. Yeah, so we wanted to cut it out now. And so the way we do that is through inflammatory foods and an anti-inflammatory lifestyle, which involves stress management,
Mm-hmm.
getting enough exercise,
Mm-hmm.
eating enough vegetables from a wide variety of colours.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and including other inflammatory foods. And that was something we were discussing before about the ways we use it in our diet. That's quite manageable. So maybe you'd like to share some things that you do to include anti-inflammatory.
Obviously we have a lot of coconut, and coconut being anti-inflammatory, especially the coconut oil. I don't know if people see it. I actually used it earlier on my skin. I love coconut inside out, and I think it's like such a good de-stressor for inside out, because I can literally feel it on my skin, and the antioxidants that it's antioxidant stress. Do I say that right? That it.
So free radical is the oxidative stress. Yeah.
So it neutralizes it and just brings out the best, I think. And
exactly.
Yeah, and what in terms of foods, which ones do you like?
Yeah, so for me, it's all about omega-3. So fish is a really, really good anti-inflammatory. So the fish that we like that have the most omega-3 in them are the smash fish. So that's salmon, mackerel, anchovies, sardines, and herring.
Oh, I love herring.
Yeah, so good for us. It's all the kind of fish that are not so cool, that don't get so much prep. So the kind of mackerel, sardines, anchovies. So they're very beneficial as an anti-inflammatory food, and they stop both both inflammatory pathways, COX-1 and COX-2. So they would be ideal. The other ones I like in terms of more of a vegan anti-inflammatory food are culinary herbs. So ginger, turmeric, rosemary, avocado is really beautiful, and then all of your veggies, because they all provide different antioxidants, which, as you were saying, combat free radicals. So it's a whole diet approach, as opposed to, well, I'll just have that one wee supplement and then I'll be grand and I can carry on eating my trans fat.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's really about a lifestyle change to a more anti-inflammatory lifestyle.
Yeah, you mentioning rosemary, that's what we love. Like, you know, we love toasting the coconut bread, and then we crush some fresh garlic onto it. I mix up with a little bit of olive oil and then add some rosemary, and it's just the flavor. You're absolutely stinking, but that's what lockdown is perfect for. You know, you can.
Totally, because garlic is not only anti-inflammatory, but antibacterial, antiviral, and antifungal. So garlic's just a powerhouse. It deserves the publicist hail got, you know, because it's so good for you. So yeah, that's brilliant, and along with the olive oil as well, which is levulinic acid. So yeah, wonderful. That's a beautiful anti-inflammatory meal.
And the other one we have a lot is, like, we actually probably every single day is sweet potato. When I do at the moment my weekly shop, people must be thinking I'm robbing the sweet potato aisle, because I walk out with the stag of, and also trying to find the biggest sweet potatoes, because I personally find they're the tastiest ones. So we've become real connoisseur of, I look at the shape and what they like, and they're anti-inflammatory as well, aren't they?
Totally, yeah, because they contain a lot of beta carotene, which can be converted in the body to vitamin A. So it's a really good vegan source of vitamin A, and because the body just converts what it needs from the beta carotene into vitamin A, and vitamin A is one of the powerful antioxidants we have. Really, really good for the gut lining, actually, vitamin A.
Oh, that's so interesting. Yeah, we had that. Probably was one with coconut, one of the first foods for Calvin, and I think it makes it also such a great sort of kiddie food, because it has this nice sweet taste. And what I did is I kind of sort of like a travel lunch, in the morning I just roasted a whole sweet potato in the oven, and then whilst we're being out and about, I just open it up and fed them with a spoon fresh soft sweet potato, and like kids just love it, and he still loves it to this day.
And that's the thing, isn't it, about allergies, is it doesn't have to be an inflammatory diet. It can still be full of good nutrition and things that will help to support those allergies and intolerances. So and ideal.
Good health. Yeah, well, I think we we had a really interesting chat here again. Good to see you again, and we do this next week again.
Absolutely.
Smashing. Okay, and lovely, and thank you for everybody who joined us and watched and been waving. So that's obviously so nice for us to be listened to. So yeah, hope you're all keeping well and have your anti-inflammatory foods.
Absolutely.
Okay, see you soon.
Bye. Bye.